Hello, and welcome once again to the Lifestream Lockdown in Dunreen campaign. I am your DM Hesper, and tonight we're joined by Feugy,
Hey, that's me. That's Remy.
uh, Aster,
Hi, I'm Aster, and I play Ryan, I think, the Warlock monk ninja rogue.
Bubba,
I'm Bubba, and I play Dunsen Snow, the stressy side speakers, the 14th.
and Lani.
Hi, it's me, Lani. I play Roux and Raine.
Yeah, controlling Raine tonight, and at least until Cados shows back up. Who knows when that will be. Anywho, last time, since it's been quite a while,
It's been 84 years.
yeah, hopefully I remember everything.
So,
So,
sorry for this slapshod Dungeons and Dragons dungeoneering. We've had a couple people move house and natural disasters and stuff.
a lot of shit. Oh yeah, and Roll20 not working. That works. That doesn't help.
Acts of God.
Anywho, last time you guys, after recruiting your horde of people, left the black market. Uh, After splunking a little bit down there, not really finding anything of interest. At least not interest to you guys. As you guys made your way back up topside and realized the chaos and everything else that was going on up top. Uh, you guys went and decided to go ahead and pick up Schnurby, who basically, in layman's terms, was exhibiting the same reactions as if a cat going through a natural disaster, freaking the hell out and wanting to get out. Uh, Anywho, after calming down Schnurvy and picking her up, you guys made your way over by the keep to where you've seen the. Oh, I need my notes. Hold on. Been so long. What we should call the counterfeit. Oh, what was his name again? Oh, right, Gasket Brook. Making his way down into the sewers, making your way over to that location. That's essentially because last time was a really short campaign session. Unless you guys need me to recap a little bit further back than that.
I was hoping that we could go over our small army.
Okay.
And I can try to do this by memory. We have the Fang and Claw members who are Ruby Eyes, Two Swallows, Hush Dink, and Snapping Bones.
Correct.
And Two Swallows is some kind of healer, like a cleric or something.
Wrong. Two
No?
Souls is not a cleric. No.
Oh, is she the ranger?
There's not really a ranger per se.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Snapping Bones is he's basically the muscle of the group. He's a
Yeah.
big giant lead-in. Two Swallows is another
Oh, is
melee
she a
combat.
fighter?
Yeah, she is kind of. I mean,
Oh,
granted,
Ruby Eyes is a healer, right?
Ruby Eyes is a cleric of some sort.
Okay.
You're not
Yeah,
quite
see,
sure what kind she is, just because of you. Yeah, haven't really seen what she can do and stuff. So you're not quite sure.
and Hush Dink, I'm assuming, is like a wizard.
Pretty much. I
Okay.
mean, in layman's terms, I mean, in game and stuff like that, they don't announce themselves as "I'm a fighter," "I'm a
Right.
barbarian," and stuff like
Right.
that. But yeah, and
So in addition to them, we have the three dwarven mercenaries. One of them is a lady.
mhm,
Bravelia,
right,
Magnan, and Thornton.
right.
And one of the boys has fisticuffs. I don't remember which one,
Thornton.
and I don't remember what the other guys do.
Revelia is sword and board.
Okay.
Magnan is giant ass axe. Thornton is an older fisticuffs.
Okay. And then we have the two Goliath brothers, Dawnbreaker and Dusk Slayer.
Correct.
And I'm assuming Slayer has a sword and Breaker has fisticuffs.
No, Breaker has a giant maul. Slayer is fisticuffs.
Oh, okay.
Kind of opposite there, but yeah.
Okay, okay. And then we also have Snurby, who
Yep.
I kind of was like, Snurby should fight.
Can Snurby
Yeah.
use like a help action on people, like a companion or like a pet?
If Feugy's fucking frog could use the help action.
Pretty much anyone can use the help action, yeah.
Oh.
But to put it in layman's terms for you, she's kind of a low, she's quite a bit lower level than the rest of you. She is an artificer, in mechanically speaking. So, I haven't seen her cast any spells, but it probably has some kind of utility via spells and, her tools and stuff like that she has, and her wrench that she uses as a combattle club, which is terrible.
Hmm.
This is a horrible weapon layout for her.
Is she in Raine's backpack right now? Or is she
More than likely, just
Okay.
because of how things are. Yeah.
And we're basically, it's like a sewer entrance we're going into, right?
Basically.
Uh, yeah. As so, we spent like the last two sessions like preparing, and I think we're pretty much as good as it's going to get. So we're going in there, right?
That's totally up to you guys. Is there any other bits of information that you guys might need me to recap before we start, or are you guys pretty much good?
I think we're good.
I know Remy's good. He's just gonna smash.
Let me smash.
Dunsen wants things dead.
No, run.
Okay. Give me one. Okay. I'll just go ahead and move you guys over to the map.
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty then. So, as you guys are now, standing above this entrance to the, I guess what we'll call the sewer system, what would you guys like to do?
Cry.
Guys, I feel like we've been staying in here for weeks and weeks. We should probably do a little light stretching before getting into this battle. And Remy starts stretching it out.
Okay. Remy starts stretching. Okay.
Can you give me access to Cados's character sheet?
Oh, what do you need?
I just wanted to look at her.
Yeah, she just wants to know what her options are, you know?
Okay.
Even if you still take control, it would probably be best if Lani, like, at least knew the breadth of what Cados or Raine can do.
Okay. There.
All right, so who's first?
Who has highest perception? Because it should probably be that person. And that might be.
Come on, you piece of crap.
Look, I'm trying my best, Hesper.
No, not you.
I have a 7 in perception.
I also
How
have a
does-
7.
I got a
And
5.
and I have devil sight.
Okay, well, I vote you.
Okay.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
I'll miss you.
Because I had it popped out to another screen and stuff like that, and Lani asked for that, it messed up my end.
Oh.
Yeah.
Way to go, Lani.
Sorry.
If you have it on another screen and you want it on like your main screen or whatever, you can hold Windows and Shift and then press like your left and right arrow keys to get it onto a different monitor.
Well, basically my issue is that it was oh god, what am I trying to think of? Basically the issue that I was having is that I could not get it off of in front of everything on my screen. Like on my roll 20, so I couldn't see anything else other than Cados' sheet.
Oh.
There we go. I got that all fixed up now.
Well,
Okay.
so much health.
Alrighty. We just get that back up and over. Alright, so as you guys are staring at the manhole cover here leading down into the sewers.
It has been decided I'm leading the pack with my
Oh,
special eyes.
okay.
What race are you?
I'm a human, but I took the Warlock's devil's sight.
What do your human eyes see?
The devil eyes.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What do your devil eyes see?
Uh
A manhole cover.
yeah, I was about to say let's
Yes,
go in
I said
there. Let's go in. Let's go in. We're going in.
I
You're not
pull
supposed
open the manhole cover.
Okay. You know, I think you have a crowbar or something, don't you?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say more than likely, probably with whatever tools you have and stuff like that.
I finally get to legitimately use my crowbar, guys. This is it.
I'm so proud of you.
This is the reason I'm in this campaign. Hesper, I use my crowbar and I pry open the sewer.
Okay. Like I said, it's not too terribly difficult. Given the right leverage and such, you're able to lift up the manhole cover enough to slip some fingers underneath and pull it up and slide it to the side. It has some pretty decent heft to it, but to keep it in place and such. But it's not like it's anything extraordinarily heavy.
Uh,
How far of a drop is it?
Let's see here. You guys have dark vision about 60 feet. It's probably about a decent. It's probably about 6, 7 feet. Just just this carving. Before it leads down into the main central part of the sewer. Attached is a steel frame ladder that connects into the ground and leads down, and looks like it connects to a concrete or stone slab underneath.
I climbed the ladder down.
Okay. Doesn't take you too terribly long as you make your way down. It is dark. It smells terrible, and yeah. Like I said, looking around, there doesn't seem to be, other than the light coming from the manhole cover that you uncovered right now. Does not seem to be any other kind of light for you.
Hey, Aster, I have a
Yep.
question. So, does your dark vision? What does your dark vision entail? Mine gives me 60 feet, and I'll have to check on my race. But anyway, I have to where if anything's relying on seeing on dark vision to me, I'm invisible.
Well, he
I
has.
don't know how our stuff interacts.
Well, I mean, I was just saying if we're like sneaking forward and you're visible to something that can have dark vision, didn't know how we want to do that, or if it really matters.
Well, I'm also ahead because I have high perception. It's up to you. I don't have to
No, that's
lead.
fine. You can see 120 feet. Go right ahead.
I got special eyes.
And you can see in magical darkness as well as non-magical.
Fine
Yeah.
by me. At least I know if we get ambushed and use dark vision, I'm invisible.
Yeah. How I do know that Roux doesn't have dark vision. Is that correct? I have to give it to her.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, she does not have any form of dark vision. That and let's see here, your dwarfs do, and I believe all the cats do. Just not the two Goliaths.
Just not the two big stone wrecking balls with arms and legs. Okay.
Okay, well, I think we all follow into the sewer.
Okay.
I guess you guys decide what to do with your light situation because, like, I was going to maybe consider spending 2 key points to cast dark vision on Lani, but if it's not just her that's going to have a problem, it kind of makes it less helpful.
Okay. So is the rest of you descend? Like I said, very much the same as Aster. Like I said, it's very dark. You guys can probably, like I said, you guys can only probably see out to about 60 feet. Aster, like I said, about 120 feet. Like I said, it's very difficult. It's very smelly, moist. Okay, 90. Um, you know, coming down here, you hear the usual drips and such off in the distance. Um, yeah, like I said, it smells terrible down here, and the only source of light that you guys can see is coming from the manhole cover that you guys are currently have opened.
Is this a branching type sewer, or is it pretty much a straight line?
From what you can see, it looks like it branches off in the different directions. It's not just a straight shot wherever, you know, it's s- set up for probably, which you can probably tell, probably more than likely a majority of the city. Probably does not extend very far, if at all, past the walls. Um, I will say that you do have a feeling that the sewers seem to be located higher up than the mines did, and it seems like you went down further to get into the black market than you did to get here.
Does anyone have good survival that can try to search for any tracks or anything? See which way we should head?
All right.
Bubba, maybe?
Say that one more time. I was looking at my
Yeah.
abilities.
Uh,
Check for
we'd like to
tracks.
track something.
I got survival.
Okay. Well, don't roll yet, Bubba.
Oh, don't roll
Anyways,
yet.
no.
Okay.
Anyways, as I was going to say, so are you guys just going in one big group? Or are you splitting up? How are you guys doing this?
Um,
Well, I think we need to see if we see any tracks to indicate if we should be going one direction.
yeah, we don't really
Mm,
know how we're going to be traveling yet.
Is there any rats or anything down there that I can see? Any sort of wildlife?
Any, make me a perception check, I guess. Okay, give me a second here. All right. You don't seem to hear or see any kind of movement of life outside of, what's currently there with you.
Okay.
And as for looking around for tracks and stuff like that, this seems to be an entry point. And because of that, it's probably one of the main entry points. It is hard to tell if there's a specific way that you should be going at this moment.
So it's kind of worn in all the areas, all there.
Pretty much. You're gonna have to start going, in which case I'll explain how this is gonna work, but you guys need to figure out, are you guys just going as one group, or are you guys going in multiple groups?
From where we are now, about how many different branching pathways do we see?
That you see,
Yeah, that I see within 120 feet, I suppose.
I would say probably about a good, without actually seeing if they're just kind of like little culvers or anything like that just
Yeah.
kind of offshoot. You're probably looking at probably close to maybe about guessing 12 possible different branching paths without actually going and looking and seeing if any of them dead end or if any of them are even an actual path that leads to anywhere.
As for being an urchin and then being a garden town, would I have hardly any knowledge of the system?
Oh, roll me an intelligence check, or actually history.
Oh dear.
It's a classic kid pastime in this town. All the kids played in the sewers.
Hey, I have no idea. Got to get out of trouble. I'm just seeing what Hesper will give me.
Um,
Sewers.
maybe an occasional spot or two,
Okay.
not too many. You do know that it would be a way to give a slip if you could get down here without any issues. Like when you were a kid, you weren't really strong enough to really lift up manhole covers and such.
Okay.
So you would probably have to slip in through like drainage storms and such,
Okay.
like storm drains and such that were big enough to allow you to fit through.
Okay.
And generally, you didn't go too much further than that. You were just using it as a hideout, not really much of a way of transportation.
Okay.
So I need to know, what are you guys doing, and what are you guys doing about the site situation?
Um,
I don't have spells to get up them. I can see 90 feet though, so I'm good.
I know one thing we should do: light a torch here at the ladder, so we can have a little vision on where we came from.
Okay, so you're lighting a torch then.
You're lighting up the main entrance to let them know where it came in.
Well, I mean, Ryan can see 120 feet. Can't see anything.
we are giving away information by lighting a torch
Okay, I would like
to our
to
enemies.
when we're here because it's the main entrance. Just before we decide what we're gonna do, I'm gonna set alarm on this for me
There we go.
so that I know if somebody comes up from behind.
I
Oh, and
also
Okay.
kind of
I
wanted
gotta
to
fix
know
that.
if maybe we tripped any alarms. But yeah.
There we go. My spell slots are fixed. All
Okay.
right,
All right.
and
What'd you
it's
say, Bubba?
obviously I'm gonna
What'd you?
set. I'm
Yeah, I
on.
know.
This is a main entrance. I'm putting that alarm thing there, and I'm having not a bell. It's gonna be in my head.
Okay. I thought you
So.
said something after that.
Oh no, I didn't fix my spell slots from last. Did the rest, or do we not
Yeah,
take a long rest?
you guys didn't take a long rest. You guys don't have time to take a long rest.
Okay, well then I'm back. Okay, got it.
Okay. All right. So you set up an alarm. How are you setting up the alarm?
20 foot. Says that well, looking at the picture, if we came down out of the tunnel, I'm gonna put it at the base of the ladder. Like if it's a circular tunnel thing, I'm having it. They cross through that area. It trips it.
Okay, so you're setting up like a 20-foot cube around the ladder.
Yeah, up above in the ladder. So that way, if somebody has to come in or out, it's not going to be on the ground that somebody can walk past. So yeah.
Okay, so you're putting it up on the ladder. Got it.
Yeah.
All right. So it takes you a while. Since it does have the casting time of a minute. But you go through and set up your alarm. About halfway up the ladder.
So we have 10 NPCs with us, is that correct?
Yeah, 10 NPCs with you.
And that makes 15 characters total.
Yeah.
You said there were 12 pathways, and 3 of us can't see.
Yeah, 3 of you can't see diddly.
Okay, so
Past whatever little bit of light is trickling down from the manhole cover. Yeah. Without a source of light, like I said,
so
it's
how I'm my little quarterback plan here is maybe have the dozen of us who can see kind of just quickly go and like glance down each pathway, like assign one to each person, and then have them report back to the middle. Have the 3 people who can't see just chill in the middle in like a central area. Have
okay.
everybody report back, and then hopefully we can cross off some areas that we don't need to go down.
Okay.
So
All right.
Squeaker's being a mouse. Do mice have dark vision? I'm assuming.
That's a
Since they're
good
mostly
question.
nocturnal, because I can send him off in a direction.
That's a good question because D&D cats don't have dark vision.
Oh wow. Yeah, I didn't know if mice would. They're nocturnal mostly.
Yeah, I'm checking their stat layout right now. They have dark vision out to 30 feet.
Okay, so I can send Squeakers out and have him come back. So I'll send him in a direction.
Okay.
Actually, no. I'll go if we're gonna be scouting. I'll go scout with them, and then I'll just sending him around corners to check stuff out. Purely dark.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Alrighty.
just the numbers work out that there's 12 pathways, 12 people who can see. We each assign somebody a pathway, and then like the 3 people who can't see just wait in a central location. We all return there and report back.
Okay. Alrighty. So let's see here.
I wonder how big the town's freaking sewers. Probably big.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
the idea here is just to cross off some pathways that are like worthless, you know.
Did you also say that Cados' character has detect magic? We do that while we're here to see if you can sense anything in any direction.
that's totally up to the one who's controlling her.
She has dispel magic, but I don't think she has. Yeah, she doesn't have detect magic right now.
Oh, okay.
She has detect magic through an invocation, that Eldritch Sight.
Okay.
If you scroll down underneath like spell versatility, Eldritch invocations, you
Oh,
should
okay.
see. Yeah, she can cast that and disguise spell at will.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and do that.
All right. As you know, I will probably say throughout the whole entire time that you guys are going to be doing this part, she doesn't detect anything magical. I'll tell you that right off the bat.
Okay.
Okay, so is this what you guys are wanting to do?
I guess.
All right. All right. Let's see here. All right, because of how dark it is and such, the only one that I know of that does not have this issue is Aster because it specifically says you can see normally in darkness. The rest of you, I will need perception checks, but they're going to be made at disadvantage because you guys are in darkness, basically seeing as if it was in dim light.
Can't believe none of us decided to listen and light it short.
All right.
Hang on.
I mean, you can decide to light one now if you want. It's just, it
Alright.
kind of ruins a bit of like the stealth factor. I feel like if we do that.
Well, the only one that can actually do this stealthily will be you. The rest of us are going to be stumbling in and face planting. So either way.
Like I said, Aster, you're about the only one who rolls normally.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So going through this, and the NPCs will go and do their thing. All right. Let's see here. I will say Remy and Raine, both of you just find out that yours dead ends. Raine really isn't paying too much attention and more paying attention to the foul stench of this place. She actually face plants into a wall. The rest of you, not going too far in to be too far away from the rest of the group and such, generally feel like that yours probably would continue a good, decent ways. Like I said, Raine and Remy are the only two that don't feel like that's the case. Um, let me see here. Just checking a few things. Okay. With the others, it seems like half the paths might continue on. The others are kind of sub shoots, leading more into this main corridor. Meanwhile, Lani, since you are there with the two Goliaths, Dawnbreaker and Duskslayer, they seem to be grumbling to each other as one of them reaches into a pack and the other one reaches into like a pouch on their belt, and one pulls out a torch and the other one pulls out some uh, steel and flint to probably light the torch.
Yeah, hey, we're trying to be stealthy here.
They just kind of look at you and kind of go back to getting ready to light the torch because they're just like,
Stealth, no light.
there's no point to stealth if we can't see anything. So they're going to start lighting the torch. Unless
I
you
don't
doing
really
something?
want to get in a confrontation with these two.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'd
Okay.
say let them because now that I'm
All
thinking
right.
about it, the way we're walking down in there, we wouldn't see any tripwires or anything like that either.
All right. So as you watch as they start lighting the torch, Lonnie, you watch as it goes, and like on the third strike, you watch as the spark gets big, and it gets bigger than what you were expecting.
Oh no.
Sewer gas.
Sewers explode.
Ye-
We didn't smell that.
I said it smells foul down here.
That's kind of a given.
I mean,
Um, It explodes.
Oh my.
Not very far, and you and the two Goliaths end up taking 10 points of damage.
Oh, that's a weak explosion. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
good
good.
for you. I have 50 health points.
You just singed some hair. Good.
That's like half my face is burned off.
All
As
right, we need
someone
to
who did actually get like his face and hair and clothes singed off.
So we need to make sure we do a
Making
check
meltdown
of
moments.
gas smell, which is significantly different from rot and shit smell. So
Well,
we need to do it. Well, I mean, obviously you're done, so and you can't smell probably anything.
Yeah, don't worry. I since they were at like a central location, I assume that like all of us basically saw that.
Or at least heard.
Yeah.
We heard. There's no way
Yeah.
we didn't hear.
Yeah,
Maybe
there's
not seen, but more than likely did hear just kind of like a just a very not very big. Probably in I would say probably Lonnie, you probably understand well. It wasn't a very big spark, so maybe because of that it didn't go as bad as it could have.
Huh?
so maybe don't cast fireball while we're down here.
Or maybe cast fireball at the right time.
Hey, that place is good because dealing with gas lines and gas explosions, if that spark was able to ignite that, if there was more, the whole place would have gone up on that area. Spark or match, it don't matter. Boom.
yeah.
D&D
Like,
logic, Bubba. Don't
So
bring
that-
real life into a D&D world.
So wait, are you giving us an underlying tone that it blew up but didn't blow everything up that's there?
The gas tends to stay in rooms.
Well, I'm talking about in that area. I thought he was like, it didn't blow. It could have been worse in that section. I'm like, oh.
Yeah,
Like he's just saying that like when they like tried to light the torch, like they lit a spark and it just went like woof. You know, like it went
I like
up.
that.
You
Yep.
know. That's all.
but anyways, yeah. Yeah, I would say Roux, you probably got a pretty good idea, and these two Goliaths are just sitting there, one of their like eyebrows is like just still singeing.
Nice.
You guys are probably like, this is probably a bad idea to light a torch.
Yeah, hey, let's maybe not do that again.
Then how do you expect us to see down here?
You know, we'll worry about that when we get there, okay?
Does anyone have any light spells?
I can give people dark vision, but to give 3 people dark vision would spend all my key.
Anyways,
I do not.
Hesper, can any of the NPCs cast light?
Can the NPCs cast light? Well, that's a good question since you only have 2 magic users.
Can either of them cast light?
They're all spread out, I'm guessing.
Well, yeah.
When we get back to middle, yeah.
Which, upon hearing that noise, Dunsen is definitely coming back. By the way.
Yeah, I'm coming back. Let him know. Mine's a dead end. It don't go nowhere. And I heard a boom.
I think I missed what you said my path was, by the way, Hesper.
I would say you can anyways, as I was saying, like I said, your path you're assuming probably goes a pretty decent ways.
Got it.
And we still can't, like, feeling wise, can't feel any tracks either by the wear, like by the moisture, if there's any sort of wear or lack thereof.
I would say this close to the manhole and stuff like that, it's probably not
Well, I mean,
very
like for example, mine. With you said we went further down because ours kept going.
well. Like I said, you guys were just talking about scouting it out and stuff like that, and making sure it's not a dead end or something. And
I have a hilarious idea that I just remembered. Hesper, I seem to remember making a sketch of the Grim Reaper looking fellow. His
uh-huh.
footprint.
Okay.
Can I use that as a way to assist
Ooh, yeah.
tracking that particular man?
Okay. Well,
I just remember that was the thing I did.
Yeah, that's bright as day for you too. So you should be able. It'd be nice.
let's see here. I would say, give me a second here, because I was looking at the NPCs, what spells they have and such.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Sorry, we're probably like overwhelming you with all this, but
Yeah,
okay.
give me 1 second here. Give me one quick second here. Okay. All right. Sorry, I was just checking a couple things. Okay. So, all right. As you guys, I guess, all eventually reconvene,
Hmm.
noticing the slightly smoldering two Goliaths and Roux uh, standing back at the entrance. Um, Anything you guys are going to convey to each other while you're standing there, or are you just gonna stare and wonder why they're slightly singed?
I mean, obviously, we're gonna let them know what we found.
Yeah,
So, and
I
I'm gonna
guess
laugh at them.
we have a moment where we discuss like what our hallways led to, whatever, and then also I will make a joke that's like, I guess no fire elementals have been through here, huh?
Yeah, you got that right.
Okay. So, like I said, are you guys just staying in one group, or are you splitting up?
We are having a chat in this central area, Hesper.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
also
I
We
don't
know.
we
forget keep
haven't like
track.
decided on a direction.
Yeah.
Like we're
Okay.
not going anywhere.
Okay.
All right, so we're down to 6 paths, right?
More like probably possible 8.
I'd say Aster, check and see if you can even make out the footprint.
Okay, I pull out my parchment where I did the rubbing question mark
Mm-hmm.
of the Shadow Menace's footprint from that time he burned our wagon.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Okay.
and if I were to compare it to things I see on the ground, would that be perception, investigation, or survival?
I would say this case is, since you're trying to match up and stuff like that, I would say investigation.
Okay. Um, I would like to hand it off to somebody who has a good investigation and be like, what do you make of this?
I only have a 1.
What does Cados have? I feel like Cados is the investigator.
She has a 10.
Oh wow.
I knew it.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would like to hand the parchment to Raine and have her see if she can find matching footprints in the muck.
All right.
Oh,
Since you
sorry.
guys, I was gonna say, since you guys are kind of standing there where the light's coming in and stuff, and she does have dark vision, this would be dim light, so you'd be able to roll flat. We'll just take the left number. I mean, they're almost the same thing.
Yeah.
24. Okay. Looking around through the, the footprints and such that came down here. Uh, you know, comparing them to the one that you have a sketch from Ryan. None of these footprints match what you're looking for.
Hey, none of these match. Should we go a little bit deeper into one of the tunnels and see if we can find it?
Yeah, so about that, are we splitting up? Are we all going down one tunnel?
I'd say we'd need to stick together because now when we did that, we were lucky we didn't hit traps.
Okay, so
tripwires and stuff.
my next question is, assuming there's no visual indicators on any of these tunnels here, are there any like landmarks of the city that we want to head towards? Like maybe do we want to go farther underneath the keep, or do we want to head to some other district of town? Do we want to go somewhere that maybe leads towards the outside of town? Because we did see those robed people outside of town. Maybe they use some sort of secret tunnel over there.
Yeah, I'm up for.
Basically, I'm trying to get us to kind of not necessarily eliminate a few here because they're all viable, but I'm trying to see if anybody feels that there's one that's like more viable than the others if we go a certain direction.
I think the two best options are deeper under the keep and out of the town.
Yeah.
I agree.
Hesper, based on I guess our findings earlier, do we have a general sense of like maybe these tunnels lead under the keep, these tunnels lead away? I guess like the keep's kind of in the center ish, so
Yeah.
not helpful.
It's kind of hard to tell, because I mean this section is running pretty close next to the keep.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, last time you checked, yourself, Ryan, you weren't really a sewer architect.
Right.
So it's hard to say if this would lead if this would lead to the keep, or if you guys would have to zig and zag through a couple of different ways to finally get to a branch that would lead deeper down to the keep, or below the keep, or what. It's very hard to tell at this point. And I will probably also say that Ruby Eyes kind of speaks up at this point. It's just like, well, I understand you're wanting to stay together, but I don't know if you've noticed, but time's kind of running against us.
Okay, so you know what? Several of us can like message back and forth to each other. That's Roux and Hushtink at least, right?
Yeah.
So I can message, but right now my spell slots are lacking. I don't have any 3rd level spell slots, and I don't really want to blow a 4th level on sending.
Okay.
Well, Hush is like, well, I don't have any issues. I still have what I need.
So, like, I'm thinking like splitting into 2 groups would be pretty viable, right? If we can get like some kind of correspondence back and forth. I think alternative to Roux casting sending is maybe Bubba using squeakers.
I'm the only one that can really understand. Wait, yeah, I can. Yeah, squeakers can have that voice. Wait, can squeakers have the voice come out of them? That's mine.
I can write a
Yeah.
note and attach it to him.
Okay.
Why not?
The animal messenger is where you give Squeakers a message and he hunts down whoever you lead the message to.
Yeah, squeakers would. I mean, we could do that. Squeakers is going to be a slow option. I know last time it took them a little while to
Well,
find.
teach.
Well, it's literally the only option.
Because you can talk to squeakers, right, from a distance.
No.
Oh.
No,
Well,
he's just
okay.
a trained mouse.
If we were to give squeakers something, okay, so like a bloodhound can like sniff somebody's like clothing or personal effects and be able to be like tracking them by scent. I know it's going to be difficult in a sewer, Hesper, where it's all stinky and shit. I understand, but can we somehow get squeakers to be like, oh, this scent, I will go to this person and carry this message that was written by me, I'll say.
I will probably say at this point that Revelia kind of speaks up a little bit, and she's like, "Well, kind of in our field here, sometimes we have to be at different points, and communication's key. So we kind of use these." And she holds up a sending stone, and Magnan and Thornton both also have a sending stone.
Jeez, that would be.
I facepalm. Okay.
Thanks.
So...
Now you tell us that?
Okay, so we have 4 possible groups, is that correct? With sending included?
Well,
Because we have 3 stones and 1 person who can use sending.
well, you technically have 2 people who can use
1
sending,
person who is willing to use sending.
Yeah, but she's like, well, if we have the stones, it'd be better not to use up a magic slot, spell slot, just to,
Okay, so we have 3 viable parties.
provided you want to split the dwarfs, yes. Or, well, they're probably willing to, as long as they get it back, probably give you guys one of the stones. But
I
anyway,
feel like they just volunteered. Oh yeah, I mean, I guess we can borrow the stones or whatever, but I don't know.
there's no attunement to them, so yeah. They just the stones will only communicate with each other. So that kind of even though one group could use sending, they'd be out of the loop of the other 3.
Okay, so if we're splitting, do we want to split?
I think we have.
Could be our one group.
I think we have Despero family plus Dunsen and Snurby. Then we have dwarves and Goliaths. And then we have Fang and Claw. How's that?
I was thinking maybe we can split 50-50.
You mean 33, 33, 33?
Oh yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay, how would you divvy us up?
Now, also, before we start like divvying up and going out in your many way, make sure, I think like we need to score the rock, like have each group have a different symbol and score the rock so that if you need to backtrack, you know where each one went. Yes, we're communicating, but at least all these curves and stuff like that, every time you take a turn for, the rock or the side of the things, as you're going where went.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
That
Alright,
way
we
if
can figure that out
backtrack.
once we decide on groups. Let's decide on groups. How are we doing this?
You're right. Never mind. It might be easier to just split it up by us.
Like factions, kind of.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, there's 15 of you guys, including NPCs. There's 15 down here.
So we could do 5-5-5.
The only thing is you'd have to put Schnurby with a different group.
I don't think we're counting Schnurby as a whole person.
Schnurby's probably a bit weaker, and yeah.
So she's basically attached to Cados or Raine at this point.
Does Schnurby have some fancy ability, being a kobold, living in the nightlife, have anything that we are not aware of that can help us out in this situation?
He's a low-level artificer with a wrench. So no.
Well, I mean,
she's
sensing
been
ability,
inventing
natural ability.
fun stuff with for us.
Oh,
What kind
well,
of weapon does an artificer use?
Usually, like crossbows and stuff like that, or guns and stuff.
Can I give
Snurby
her
is
my
good
light crossbow?
if you want to. Yeah, she
Snurby's
can.
a lady.
Yeah.
You keep
Did I
saying
say
him.
I could have sworn I said her. Anyways, whatever. I'm gonna give her my light crossbow and all of my
Okay,
bolts, all 40 of them.
okay.
And I'm
She's just like, what am I supposed to do with all this?
I'm gonna be like, Schnurby, there might be a point in the very near future where you need to defend yourself and or kill someone. So I want you to have that option. Protect Dragon Lady.
Protect Dragon Lady.
Yes. All right.
She's just like sitting there, like very confused, like, wait, I'm supposed to kill people? Wait, what? And
If you
then you're
want
just
to,
like,
you don't have to.
And then protect Dragon Lady, Cox crossbow.
Yeah.
pretty much at that point, filling around with trying to load it and stuff. As an artificers, yes, they're supposed to have proficiencies with crossbows and stuff like that. For Sturby,
The
probably hasn't
operative
really
word is
touched it.
supposed to. Yeah.
Yeah, probably hasn't had much experience using one, but knowing how she's able to tinker around and stuff like that, could probably figure it out pretty quickly.
All right. I feel better about that.
You're like, oh no, I'm gonna get shot in the ass.
Yeah, that's my second biggest fear.
Okay, so we just have a group that technically has 6 because of Snurby. So,
Yeah.
the Fang and Claw have 4 people who are a faction and can all work together very well. And I think that's balanced out by the dwarves and Goliaths going together and having a 5th person, but they also wouldn't have as much teamwork between them because they're 2
Well,
factions.
yeah, and none of them are magic users.
Do we care about dividing things up that way?
It's totally up to you and stuff.
That's
Like,
what
I don't
I was
care.
talking about splitting. But I mean, if we don't really care about them, then it doesn't really matter, and then we don't have to pay them if they die.
Exactly.
We already
well,
paid
no,
them.
you've already paid them.
Well, we can loot their corpses when they die.
Hopefully, you're not saying this out loud.
I'm not.
Anyways, all right. So if that's how you guys are going to divide things up,
Are people in relative agreement with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I know Bubba left. Okay. So we do that. Despero family will make I don't know, a triangle mark on walls that we turn corners at. Good. Dwarves and Goliaths will make a circle and Fang and Claw will make a square.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Alrighty. Okay. So, as you guys kind of already determine which way you guys are going to go, the group's divided up and stuff like that. Noticing that this is probably a good opportunity, Revelia pulls out from her pocket an orb, speaks a word in Dwarvish, and it lights up. Um, you know, Hushdink kind of, waves her hands over the gem at the end of her staff
Mm-hmm.
and chants a little enchantment, and her staff ends up lighting up.
Oh.
Meanwhile, for you guys, Snurby's digging through her bag and stuff like that and pulls out an odd looking cylindrical device. And she, you know, she pulls out a crystal and crams the crystal into the cylindrical device and pushes a lever on it. And you guys hear a click, click, and it's like a so you guys have basically a equivalent to a medieval flashlight.
Nice. Schnurby coming in hot.
Can Snurby see in the dark? I assume
Uh,
they live in
Snurby has
caves.
Kirby has the same distance as you with dark vision, but she can't see in total darkness like you can. You know, light's going to help her to see better, basically.
Okay.
You know, she won't be suffering the dim condition that you don't suffer.
Okay.
All right. So as the group divides up and starts heading in their different directions to hopefully find what's going on and stuff. All right,
Oh
we
wait, hold on.
will.
Before we leave, is there a maximum range on these stones?
Uh, she- Revelia tells you more than likely, as long as you stay within the city, probably be able to contact you. So range is probably about the size of the city, give or take.
Okay. Don't slip into any portals into the astral plane.
We'll try not to.
Got it. Okay, now we go.
Okay. So what we're gonna have you guys do is a series of skill checks. So
Terrifying.
this is what I need you guys to do. I need a person to say what they would like to use and describe on how it's going to be helpful on tracking down this evil lair. And in doing so, um, you know, depending on how good your explanation is going to help set the difficulty. You guys need to succeed 4 of these challenges. Each time it's going to get a little bit more difficult. You can, if you have a reasonable use for one of your skills, you can try it.
Hesper, I can see incredibly well in the dark. Just incredibly well.
Mm-hmm.
In like a unique way.
Mm-hmm. So you,
So I would be able to see at a distance if there are any secret evil layers in the sewer system.
so you're wanting to start this out with a perception check.
Oh yeah, sure, sounds great.
Okay. Roll me perception.
Yes.
Starting it out strong. All right. Is you look around and trying to perceive your way through and such. You figure more than likely that they probably go against the flow of water rather than towards the flow of water. As you make your way, perceiving how the water is flowing and such, making your way through this sewer system, leading the group with your perception, marking a few turns here and there as you go, until you guys eventually get to a point where you're like, okay, well, might need to try something else. So, who would like to be the next one?
Okay, I have Watcher's Eye. I just kind of have a feel on where criminal activity in a community is. So, I just kind of like in the mind of a criminal think they would go this way when we have to go left or right. Like I can just feel it.
So as opposed to the rest of us who just are criminals, you're just like an everyman who can just like get yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Sorry, I
Now,
probably just like heavily biased this against you. Thanks.
I got nothing else. I got a crowbar.
Dude, the sewer system's probably made of stone, and you know what you are? You're half a dwarf.
Yeah, I'm a half a dwarf. I just
Don't you have like stone?
space.
Don't you have like stone tools or whatever?
I do, and I thought of that, like being able to use my mason tools to figure out which way is the most traveled. But then I also figured this is a sewer, and Asper's just going to say that with maintenance and whatnot, there's
Yeah.
tools being tracked all around.
I'm just
So I
saying,
went-
if these walls could talk.
with my background.
Okay.
That's not so much a skill, but what skill are you wanting to use? Aster used perception. You can't use perception again.
I think that'd be insight.
So you're going to insight the sewer system.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah, he's trying to
In my
figure out
gut.
this. Look, he's trying to figure out if the sewers are lying to him, Hesper.
All right. Go
It
ahead.
makes sense in kind of like a metaphysical way.
All right. Roll me an insight check then.
Oh man, if you were gonna roll a 20, I was gonna be like
Okay. It's hard to kind of tell exactly with insight on the um it's the hidden natures that the sewer is trying to hide from you. You kind of have maybe a feeling that it's hiding something this way and that way and this way and that. And as you turn around and such, you roll me a D100, please. Okay, 67. You find eventually that you're going around in circles.
Nice.
holy shit. Never would have guessed.
Alrighty.
All right then, sewers. Keep your secrets.
Alright, so we got Lani, we got Raine, and we got Dunsen.
I'm confused on what we decided to do when we all split off because I just came back and all of a sudden I hear we got challenges and we're rolling
Okay.
skills.
Yeah, so Hesper's giving us a little mini game. And how do we use more or less our unique skills to figure out if our way is the way to the evil lair, basically?
Okay, well, I guess
You guys,
I'll go. So
you
by
guys have
skills, you mean like your proficiencies, like survival, stealth, all that? That's what we're going by.
It can be whatever skill you want to be, but yeah, those skills.
Okay,
You
well-
cannot use a skill that's previously been used. So you
Okay.
can't use insight and you can't use perception.
Yeah,
Well,
and
I'm
I would
gonna
also say like it should probably be something that's like unique to you, like something that is like special.
Yeah, I plan on. Well, I was thinking on going with survival. 'Cause I don't think anybody's gonna put tracking on there. So I'm gonna go with survival. So with my character, he's entire life out in the woods or not his entire life, but he's gotten used to the slightest difference in sounds, uh, smell. I know the smell's down here, but like the fresher air and everything, kind of see that. And then by grown used to touching tracks and feeling out whether this is something that's been here a while or this is something that's semi-fresh to kind of guide his sense. So he's really good with the senses and also having squeakers at his side to kind of relay to go with it and try to go down and figure out if these are the paths that have actually been used or it's not.
Okay. Roll me a survival check then. 20. Okay. Yep. That will pass that one. As you continue off, deciding to take the lead ahead of Remy as you go around and searching and such, um, feeling the natural survival flow of the sewers and such, um, looking around for oddities and such. I would say eventually you do get to a point where there seems to be one oddity as you kind of reach down and scoop some up with your fingers, smell it a little bit, taste it a little bit.
Ugh.
Yeah.
It's like shit.
Yeah, it tastes a little bad, but also at the same time, there's like a hint of iron in it,
Tastes like shit.
and well, like I said, it's a hint of iron.
Okay.
That should seem familiar to anybody who has had this taste in their mouth before.
What?
Come
What is
on, I'm
happening?
Blood.
Blood.
Yep, there you go.
Blood. Oh, okay.
I thought it was nails.
I didn't know what the hell you were going at with that one. Okay, I'm gonna let him know I found blood.
Yeah, you found seems like probably a oversight, and probably the dripping of blood is maybe a corpse has been brought through this way or whatever.
Or maybe
As
somebody just had too many spicy burritos.
Can you
Wow.
tell how? Can you tell how fresh it is?
Well, if there's a black light, if we have Snurby and it's a black light, black blood shows up at black light.
she doesn't have a black light; she has a flashlight.
Well, you told me it was like a black light. I heard something like that when I was going away.
I
Flashlight.
said
Oh,
it's like a
damn it.
flashlight.
Damn
I
it.
I have a friend who's a crime scene analyst who I can literally just go ask how he does this. But yeah, I think it is kind of a blacklight thing.
Black light does blood, but we don't have black light. I thought.
Yeah,
Guys?
no, Bubba thought that Snurby had a black light. She has a flashlight.
Oh, okay. All right.
And anyways, you go around kind of hunting down this trail and such. You know what? Go ahead and roll me a D100, Bubba.
D100.
Two.
All those
Okay.
numbers, and he rolled that one.
Okay.
That too.
Oh, that's horrible.
As you're going through in your survival and such, you feel like this way is the way that you should be going, but you feel like something's odd in one of these subshoots.
Okay.
And so it's up to you. Do you want to investigate that subshoot or not?
You're gonna tell me to use investigation? Because if that's the case, I want to get somebody else up here to investigate.
Yeah,
No. I'm asking in
Okay.
a sense of, do you want to investigate? Do you want to check it out? Kind of situation, not use the investigation skill.
Okay. Is this mini game that we're doing right now? Is this like kind of like my own thing, or can I relate to them saying, "Hey, I got a gut feeling I'm gonna check this out. I found some blood. Feel like this is the way we should go kind of relay that, or how's this
There,
mini game working?"
this is just information I'm giving to you. If you want to relay information off to the others, you can.
Oh hell yeah, I'm relaying it, and I do want to investigate it.
yeah, I think we
Okay.
should.
Okay. All right. So as you guys make a slight detour, I guess marking your way so you know exactly
Yes.
where you came from. So
Mhm.
maybe you make a different triangle, maybe a triangle with a stick through it or something like that. Who knows? Um, as you make your way going through here, this is kind of like an offshoot. So instead of like a bigger archway, it's more like a smaller tunnel. As you kind of continue back this way, for a little ways, you eventually come to something odd. Looks like it's lying on the ground.
You said it's what?
Odd.
Odd.
No, after that you said something lying in the ground.
Yeah, kind of maybe humanoid in shape.
And is Raine with us? That can kind of
Yes.
see it better than I could.
Yeah.
Rain, you probably see better than Rain does.
I can
Oh,
super
I'm sorry.
see it.
I meant. Yeah. Well,
You want her to
Ryan.
investigate it?
I'm sorry. I meant Aster character. That's what I
Yeah.
meant. Sorry.
Hesper, I look at the body laying in the ground with my special eyes.
You can make out a lot more. You can tell it's very, very
I don't want to make out
thin.
with it.
Yeah, that's weird. We're not doing all that, Hesper.
Not
Okay,
that type
guys, bye. We're done. Dunreen's over. You guys keep making stupid jokes. Anyways, like I said, looking at it, it looks very thin. Like in whatever clothing it's wearing, looks like it's looks like it's not as filled out as it should be. But the position that it's laying in, it's kind of hard to tell what it is. Um, it looks like it's kind of, like I said, lying in the ground, kind of crumpled over on itself.
Do I see any signs of life or unlife here?
Well, I don't think you have detect undead or whatever.
No. Like,
But
is it breathing? Is it moving slightly?
you don't really think you see any kind of movement at all.
I kind of nudge
One of those,
it with my foot
this is
so
gonna
I
be one
can
of those
see
things
the
where you roll it
face.
over.
Well,
Yeah.
you're still quite a ways away from it. You're not anywhere close to it. Like I said, this is like Dunsen's 60-foot range
Okay, I would like to.
or 90-foot. Sorry.
Okay, I would like to slowly and carefully approach the body, keeping mind of my surroundings.
Okay. You like I said, sneaking up to it doesn't seem to be reacting to you at all. As you inch closer to it.
Uh, do um, what the body's resting on is, uh, can I check it for traps?
It seems like it's just lying on like a slab. You guys are basically like in a cylindrical stone tunnel, and it just seems to be laying on a pretty large bottom rounded slab.
Okay, so it doesn't look any different from the surroundings.
Not really, no. Doesn't seem like anything's out of the ordinary here.
All right, I roll it over with my foot, Hesper.
Oh,
Okay. You inch closer, you kind of duck down, kick your leg over, and like kick it to the side. You notice that the leg that you kick kind of shifts over, and it kind of makes a rattle sound.
Is it like, wait, is it moving more than?
No,
Okay, like, is it
just
coming to life?
no. It's
Okay,
not coming to life. Just that bit that you kick just kind of rattles around a little bit, and
it
you
didn't
kind of feel
explode,
like it.
thank God.
And you kind of feel like it was probably loose from whatever it was connected to. Kind of felt like kicking it and such kind of knocked it loose of whatever it was in.
okay. I wasn't trying to kick it, Hesper. I just wanted to nudge it, kind of roll the corpse over.
Yeah. Well, doesn't really feel like there's much keeping. If you're probably assuming at some point this is some kind of corpse.
Okay.
Not
Uh,
much keeping it together.
Um, can I tell anything about this person based on what they're wearing? Any features to them that are remaining?
Okay. As you get closer and take a look after nudging it, from what you can tell, it's granted it's seen much better days. Um, the
God, I hope so.
the clothing seems to be fairly um it seems to be like a leather armor. Um, generally from what you're kind of looking at and stuff, probably would keep tight to the body and such. Uh, probably more for quiet movement and such. Looking over the looking over the features and such that you can see, you do realize that probably whatever this wasn't human as you look and you notice um coming from the lower part of its back seems to be the bony remains of a tail.
Dragon people don't have tails, right?
Some do, some don't.
Okay.
Do tabaxi?
Yes, the Tabaxis do have tails.
Is
I
it
got
for
a bad
fluffy?
feeling, guys. So we're looking at a person wearing armor that is designed for sneaking, and they had a tail. Can I tell like male or female?
Kind of hard to tell from this. The armor, if you're trying to judge from that, seems to be pretty unisexed.
Okay. How about the shape of the skull or any like features of the head?
Um,
Do they support ears that
that
are higher up?
that is currently covered in the hood.
I remove the hood, Hesper.
Okay.
I'm
Uh,
pretty confident at this point it's not like trapped, I guess.
yeah. As you go up and you remove the hood,
With like a
looking at
sword or something, yeah.
yeah, looking at the facial features and such of the skeletal features of this, it does seem to be very feline in appearance.
Uh I guess we didn't really decide on who has the stone, so I'll just say I have it.
Okay.
Reporting a corpse here, we seem to have a tabaxi in leather armor. Uh, quite rotted, it seems like. Not a whole lot of features left here, but I thought I'd report this in.
Okay. You hear the dwarfs report back. You know, it is more than likely. Let's face it. It's probably Revelia. She's like, okay, that's interesting. I mean, I don't know what to make of that, but I guess it is what it is. It's something at least.
Do you know them? Did you recognize that person, Aster? Or no?
Um, I as a player have a feeling.
Oh,
You don't really hear much of a response out of the other group, though.
Okay.
oh. That's when you ask them. It's like, see if the other group responds.
Can I, Hesper? May I loot this corpse? I want to see if there's anything in the pockets or anything like that.
Okay. Um. All right. Looking around, you notice, you're like, okay, well, they seem like that they were armed. As you, pull out the weapons and stuff, you notice that they are, what's left is pretty well broken. You assume they might have gotten in some kind of scrape. Uh, that, other than the arm, which you're just like, well, the armor is next to useless at this point. Other than that, about the only thing that you find, and it's pretty at this point pretty waterlogged. Seems to be a piece of parchment,
Um,
at least as far as you can tell without just searching the body normally.
uh, so I know it's pretty waterlogged. Given my background and experience in like writing and forgery and spying and stuff like that, am I able to make anything out of it?
Roll me an intelligence check.
Okay. Oh wait, that's a save. My bad. Uh,
I'd say for
instead
you to
of
save
3,
and to
it's
check
-1, so 11.
11. No. It's a piece of paper. There's some stuff on it. It doesn't really look like words. That's about all you can make out.
Doesn't look like words.
Is it thieves' cant?
Ooh. Yeah, I know thieves can't, Hesper.
It doesn't look like words.
Okay, got it.
Does it look like arcane symbolism, like a spell scroll?
Scroll.
Yeah.
As far as you know, you don't think so.
Okay.
Like I said, this is just from Aster. This isn't anybody else taking a look at it.
Okay.
And
Do you want me or Raine to look at it?
Yes. I hand it over to you.
Okay.
okay.
But yeah, Hesper, I'd like to try to look for personal effects or any kind of identification. Sorry to spend so much time here. This is like a Chekhov's gun situation.
Yeah.
So,
Well, like I said, if Bubba didn't roll the right rolls, you wouldn't have been here. Anywho,
yeah.
this is a a side plot. All right. So you don't, like I said, looking through it, you pretty much picked everything that's even of interest that you can see off. Doesn't look like they were carrying much of anything when they came down here in the first place.
Okay.
Or if they were carrying other things, they've lost before this happened. All right. So if you're looking at it, and I need an intelligence check, then
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot about this, but like going through this jogged my memory. But I received. Oh wait, we received a book that was in Knives' personal effects, and it
mm-hmm.
was kind of a journal, and it indicated that he went down here. Is that correct, Hesper?
Yeah. Hold on a second here, because again, you did what Aster did in the saving throw instead of an intelligence check.
Oh, sorry. Uh,
Looks like they're both the same for you. I didn't know if you had a, because I think Aster started out as a thief, so he got intelligence and dexterity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So 19. Looking this over again, it's pretty waterlogged. You know it's not writing of any kind. Then doesn't seem to be like any kind of like incantations or anything like that. And you, you kind of looking at it, it's just kind of. I know it's something. If it wasn't waterlogged, this would be great. But at this point, it's kind of you're almost there, but you're not able to quite put the pieces together yet.
Okay.
Know, you're getting there, but you're not quite sure exactly what this is.
I have a wild guess just as a player. Is something like that acceptable, Hesper, or do I keep it to myself?
Oh, can I use mending on it? Would that work?
Mending kind of puts it back together. That doesn't really unwaterlog it.
Okay.
Were they making a map?
You don't know.
Okay. Okay, so checking over the pockets and stuff, I didn't find anything that like gave any sort of identification. It just appears to be a tabaxi leather armor, and they were carrying some kind of piece of paper, and their weapons are broken. What kind of weapons were they, Hesper?
Short sword and a dagger.
Okay.
Unless there's something else you want to do with this.
Is there anything nearby, like maybe scrapes on the walls or anything like that, that suggests some kind of fight or
Mm,
some kind of
no.
encounter here?
As far as you can tell, just looking at it, no, not really. Not without giving it like a more thorough investigation of something.
Yeah, I don't. I don't have the stats for that, so somebody else wants to do it. Be my guess.
What's the stat?
Well, it depends on what you're looking for.
Uh, yeah, I'm just saying, like, you told me just looking at it, which I assume is like kind of a perception situation.
Well, like I said, that's just looking at it and such. I mean, you could whatever skills you want to try on it, you can try.
I
So that's important. We know that. That's really pushing.
He's not necessarily pushing. I am. But yeah. I'll give it a slightly better look around with perception. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Nope.
I mean, it looks like a body of a tabaxi that came to rest here. It's about all you can kind of tell. You know, you have like no idea what this died from or anything like that.
Okay, so I have that book, right? Um,
I think somebody does.
and it's is you said it's like some kind of journal?
Yeah, it was a journal, and the last entrance that made sense to you from what I remember. Is granted, I know this was a long time ago. I'm pretty sure nobody wrote it down. Is
Um,
basically that.
you okay? So basically, what happened, Hesper, was
hmm
we got this journal, and you told me some things after the session about it,
I could have
and
sworn I told you a couple of things about it. I could have sworn you
you
were reading through it while somebody was trying to run and find somebody else or
uh
something like that.
we talked about it after a session, and you said you would write something up about it, and as far as I know, you never did.
I could have sworn that I made mention of some things about it, but anyways, basically the interesting things that you would have gotten out of it would have been finding out that your contact knife's glinting blade or whatever was actually female, not male. They were just parading around as a male because you got them better results. You know, uh, you know, able to essentially, I guess through certain, especially through their line of work, better, you know, like I said, just better results overall. Um, you would have found out about their name. I forgot what I said their name was, and I don't think I wrote that down in the notes because it's not super important. Um, but anyways, you've also you know just recounted a few odds and ends, and but the last thing that they were talking about was there was something odd and that they were going to go investigate it. And that's kind of where it ended.
Do the later journal entries make note of some kind of again, I'm trying to cross reference this parchment, like that they have some sort of note or picture or map, scroll?
Mm,
Am I seeing any of
no,
those words anywhere as I flip through?
no, not really. And she doesn't really write where she was going. I could possibly be just, just taking guesses and stuff. Maybe just to keep her sister safe from whatever it could be. Maybe it's In
Oh,
case
by
this
the way,
fell
you
on
missed
somebody
this
else.
part. Glinting Blade is the fourth sister of the Fang and Claw ladies.
Who are you telling me?
Nobody else knows this but me, Hesper.
Oh, like I
You
said,
and I had a private conversation about it.
I could have sworn it was mentioned live, but whatever. Anyways, yeah. But yeah, not really. Doesn't really explain where she was going or anything like that. Just something odd she was going to investigate. Either probably the Protector Sisters or possibly to if this fell on somebody else's hands, you know, because a lot of it uses more. It's not so blatant to describe certain things because if it fell into somebody's hands that they didn't want to fall into, they don't really want to know everything that's going on.
Okay. All right, look, I don't know what to do. Let's keep going.
Yeah, let's move on.
Okay.
Sucks, but we're getting nothing out of this.
Well, I mean, the only thing that you guys have done is check the pockets, look at a piece of paper, and
Can I actually, before we go, can I do a medicine check to see like if I can tell what killed her or how long she's been here or
yeah, you can if you want to.
this is not the right character. Sorry, give me a sec.
$28. Yeah, looking over the body and such, you can tell it has been here not, shortly after you where you guys would have stopped hearing from her. So this is probably pretty damn close to the start of the whole entire ordeal.
And we've been here for like a week, so she's been here for like at
Probably
least
over a month.
Oof, okay.
Yeah. Looking over it and looking at her armor and such, you can tell that she probably bled to death. There seems to be 5 gash marks across the like the stomach area, across the armor and such. It looks like a couple of the ribs of hers would have got broken. That follow that cut. You're from this point, it's pretty much speculations. It's pretty much just bones at this point.
She's just so emaciated. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, there's no way of telling exactly what was the final cause, but more than likely probably bled out and probably internal, organ damage. From what you're guessing is that maybe she got away and trying to get away and just couldn't make it anywhere and ended up collapsing here.
I'll speak into the stone, Hesper. I'll say, Fang and Claw. I was hoping you could tell me what Glinting Blade may have been wearing or carrying last time you saw them. Um, were they wearing leather armor and carrying a short sword and a dagger?
Uh yeah, you go through this and takes a little bit of a response, but you eventually do hear back from one of them. And they, pretty much all you get is yes.
I have a bad feeling about this one. They're carrying a piece of paper with something that doesn't look like writing on it. Do you have any idea what that could be? Assuming it's Glinting Blade, of course.
and like I said, the voice seems a little distraught. By the way, just kind of hear. No, I don't know.
I just want to say, having read what I read earlier, I'm sorry for all of your losses, but this seems like a possible confirmation, but we don't have a whole lot of information to go off of. But we have enough to make an educated guess.
Doesn't seem to be a response.
I guess I don't know what else to say.
You probably got a feeling at this point. You probably came to a shock to so yeah, you've probably distraughted
Yeah.
half of your other parties.
Yeah, it's not great.
Guess we should just move on.
All right, so that's everything that you guys wanted to do.
I think that's all I can do here.
Yeah, whoo, that's rough.
Alrighty.
I mean, we're like in a sewer. There's no such thing as like a proper burial here, you know? Like
No. Oh, I didn't know if there was anything else you guys were wanting to do, or if it's just like, well, I guess we're just leaving this here. I'm just asking. It's totally up to you guys, whatever you want to do. I'm just making sure that you guys are like, yep, we're done.
Yeah, I don't think now's the time to try to bring it out and all that.
I mean, we searched the body and everything, so
You searched it visually.
I mean, I got in there and checked all the pockets, man.
yeah, he said he got in a. That's what he did. He just checked it visually.
Well, from what you could, see and stuff, like I said, pockets and stuff.
Hesper, what does this mean?
Yeah, and he even had a mini medical exam on her.
Yeah, that again, that. I mean, it's whatever you guys want to do. I'm just.
Wait, hold on. Can one of us speak to dead things?
Oh yeah, I can do that.
Jesus Christ!
Okay. It's gonna waste a level 4 spell slot, but I can do it if you want me to.
This is like a major part of our quest.
With how he's pushing, I don't think it's going to be a waste.
Okay. I cast Speak with Dead.
Okay. I guess do you just leave the body there, or do you set it up so you're like looking at it and it's sitting? How are you?
Yeah. I'll
Let's
prop
give
her
the
up
body
against
some
the
respect.
Wall. Yeah, I'll
Let's-
prop her up against the wall.
She's in a sewer. There's only so much we can do, but let's treat it with respect.
Okay. Okay. You go through and casting the spell, 10 minutes. It takes a while, but eventually, as you recite your incantation, you kind of, as the head sitting there, it's kind of lulled. As you finish casting the spell, and the head looks up at you and
Oh, I hate doing this. All right, what questions are we asking?
Are you insert real name that's in journal here? Do we want to just say, are you Glinting Blade, just to make it easy on Hesper?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna ask her. Is your name Glinting Blade, or were you known as Glinting Blade?
some know me by that name.
Okay.
Oof.
What were you tracking through the sewers?
I stumbled upon something that was wrong could bring harm to my sisters.
You're carrying a piece of paper. What is on it?
Okay, so you're gonna interrupt that
I
statement?
did not mean to. I thought you were done.
No, wasn't done. She's taking a raspy breath. Actually, I think it has to be Lani to ask. You're just sitting there asking just 'cause it doesn't get any response. So I guess technically it's still.
I also didn't mean to interrupt, Hesper.
Yeah, I thought you were done too, Hesper. You took a long pause, very long pause.
Well, hi. I'm
Please
doing
continue.
yeah.
Continue.
Anyways, what did I just get done saying? Shit.
There was something that
something that could bring harm to your sisters.
Sisters, right? Found some cults at the end. That's
I gotta
pretty
turn
much
you up,
different.
Yeah,
you found kobolds?
yeah, kobolds. Yeah, I literally just could not understand you.
Cult. Okay.
Cult. Okay.
Cult. Okay. What is on this piece of paper that was on your person?
I was marking my way. It's 3 of your questions. I think you get 5?
Yeah, that was 3.
Can this person only talk, or can they?
They can only it's speak with dead, Bubba. And
If there's any way they can give a hint of where we go. Oh, I don't know.
You keep cutting in and out for me, Bubba. I had no
Sorry,
idea.
I don't know. Continue on. I don't know.
Okay.
How do we get to the cult at the end?
I don't remember. Was trying to flee.
Kind of curious what killed her. Would a cult really just leave a body in the sewers like that?
Well, if they attacked her and then she ran away and she died from blood loss, she probably crawled here herself.
Something swiped at her with 5 claws, I guess. Like a whole hand, including thumb, just went like Gah!
Do you want me to ask what killed her?
I think that'd be your 5th question, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was thinking about maybe asking if she has anything she wants to impart to her sisters. But that's up to you. It depends on if you feel like you can get useful information with something else, because this is just like a extra thing.
I mean, if we ask what killed her, we'd at least have some idea. But I mean,
yeah, that works. Yeah.
All right, what killed you?
I've never seen it before.
Oh.
Man changed. Monster. Red. Claws. And with that, the body slumps forward.
Mm-hmm.
Hesper, I want to commend your voice acting, by the way. That was giving me a little.
Yeah, I was feeling it, man.
I got a few goosey bumps.
Yeah. Sorry I interrupted you, friend.
That's all right.
Okay.
So it sounds like what killed her was probably like those kinds of people that you saw in that cabin that like drank stuff and turned into gorilla boys. Yeah. That's my guess.
Okay. So now that we know, well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Can we like tell that the paper that we pulled off of her, like that it's a map now?
I'm kind of having the idea, and especially your thing, yeah, but it's so waterlogged and such that it's not going to be a great asset. I would probably give you maybe the next roll will be slightly lower since you found this map. Like the difficulty won't be as high because each time that you guys get a successful one, the DC gets higher.
All right, so we are looking for cultists. Do any of you have religion?
I do.
There we go.
So I'll go ahead and tell you what my plan was.
Okay.
So I was gonna have Cados go next with her investigation. She has a 10, and then I was gonna wait until we could get as close as possible because I can detect good and evil.
Ooh.
But it's only 30 feet, so I have to be like super close.
I mean, within 30 feet, we could just look at them.
Right. So I that's like the only useful thing that I could have brought to the table.
I mean, you can bring another skill if you. I mean, it's whatever you want to try. Anyways, um, yeah, if you guys are completely done here, nothing else you guys want to use, no other spells or anything like that.
Yeah, I think we're ready to move on. If you guys are.
Okay.
I'm not gonna intimidate the sewer to tell me what it knows.
Yeah,
Where the fuck is hiding?
I am
We're
ashamed
getting
to
a
say
fight.
that also crossed my mind. But okay,
Alright.
for I guess the next check,
Well, as you guys leave out of here and continue on to the point where Dunsen really can't follow the blood trail anymore. It seems like either whatever they were carrying stopped leaking blood at this point, or maybe they figured it out. That's about as close as you can get. Like I said, that's 2 succeeds. You need 2 more to finish.
Oh,
It's
should
Hmm?
as kind of an aside, I kind of want to report in that we have reason to believe that um, cultists were spotted in our direction, and I guess to ask if the other groups have any corroborating or competing info regarding that.
alrighty. See here. Just checking their info and such.
Yeah.
Uh yeah, as you report in and such. Yeah, the dwarves are like, yeah, well, well, at this point, it'd be easier to tell, somebody's head from their arse than where we're going.
Well,
so I think it's
Think,
safe to say we're going the right direction.
so can I?
uh,
So can I go ahead and try to do the other part of the mini game, or is it just one? Or is each person doing one turn?
it has to go all the way through before somebody else can start up a new train. So, in other words, the only 2 left are Lani and,
Yep.
well,
Okay,
technically
that's what I
Do
Cleric.
thought.
does
I just wanted to
Fang and
make
Claw
sure.
team chime in?
Uh, they're just like, keep searching. They seem a little, as I said, distraught. So probably not doing so hot there either. You're assuming.
Do we want to call them back towards us?
Yeah, I don't see why
Yeah, I
not.
think so. If we found a dead body and things where we know she was running from, I'd say call them back here.
Okay. Could I have both of your teams abandon your search and come back towards us? We have reason to believe we stumbled upon the correct route.
All right. Well, you know, yeah, the speed things up. It's basically they'll get to you guys when they can.
Okay. I'm trying to use words that avoid letting them know that we use necromancy to speak with their dead sister.
Yeah.
That's why I'm being like very coy about this whole thing.
Uh-huh. All right. Well, all right. So what's up? What's up next?
Okay.
Lani?
So it's gonna be Lani and then Lani. So Roux and then Raine. Or sorry, Raine and then Roux. Raine and then Roux.
Okay.
I want her to investigate. So I guess just scouring the walls and the floor to see if she can see any remnants from this cult that passed through.
Okay. All right. Roll me an investigation.
Damn.
25. Okay. Looking around and such. After the trail of blood kind of went cold. Checking around and such. It takes a little while, but Raine seems to notice a certain pattern to some extent, and very subtly carved into the stonework, and seems to find this and continues on, finding a few more and such. Just a little odd, hard to read any kind of symbols or something like that. And looking around and such, seems to follow this a good ways until it seems like the symbols kind of eventually stop, and kind of getting the feeling that these were kind of more meant to direct more to a general area, possibly to get people who might get a little lost on where they're supposed to be going if they're part of, I guess, what you guys are assuming is this cult.
Okay.
But like I said, at this point, don't. It's been a while. You notice that they've been every so often, and they've kind of stopped. You guys are like, okay, well, feel like they're probably getting closer. So who is next?
Guess I'm next again.
Okay. What are you doing with Roux? And remember, you can't use investigation, survival, insight, or perception.
Investigation, survival, insight, or perception. Okay. Gosh, there's like nothing I can really do. Can I see if I can use my religion to see if I can I kind of piggyback off of the symbols that Raine was following?
You can try.
Oh, okay.
All right. So going through and thinking through religion, where would the most religious spot in a sewer be? Hmm.
I mean, we did just do a Conjuring of the Dead ish.
Yeah. You're
Like,
like,
hold on. Can I help? Can I, like, me as a player?
this.
Can I help Lani? Um, can we look for like ritual sites or something that like these, or like ritual objects or something that these cultists would have used, or
Well,
latent
I'm
energies in the air or
I'm
something?
going I'm going off of her roll.
Okay.
So, anyways, where would the most religious spot in the sewer be? I think it's this way as you start heading off in a direction and such. I feel the undead devil demon vibe off that way. Maybe
think
as
it's over
you
here.
guys as
Definitely.
you start heading off in a direction. I need a D100 from you, Lani.
See, as far as I know, this is how you know you screwed up. Oh, hey. Okay.
Okay, a 96. Ryan, you eventually feel the stone like vibrating,
Okay.
and you pick it up, and it is Revelia, and she's like, yeah, oh, well, we got us a bit of a situation going on over here.
Tell me.
Well, you know those two big muscle brown mm, morons you ended up hiring?
Yeah, I've met them.
They lit me on
Yeah,
fire.
yeah. A bit of bad news about them. They seem to have decided that this isn't really worth their time, and when we were trying to figure out what's the best way to get back to you, I think they might have called it quits and left. Because when we figured out about which way we should be going, they were nowhere to be found.
Okay, how long ago? Well, so my alarm hasn't pinged off, so guess we'll find out if they actually go back to the entrance and leave normally or what. Hey, Hesper, quick question. For
Mm-hmm.
that spell, once it's triggered, does it stay for that duration? Like, do I get multiple? Like, if they go out, still stay, or is it a one-time, one and done shot thing?
That's a good question. Let's see here. Alarm. When a tiny or larger creature enters the warded area, you can cast. Doesn't say it really ends, and it doesn't say 8 hours or until creature, and so it seems like it just stays in effect for 8 hours.
Okay, good. So I guess we'll just find out if they're just leaving or not.
It might be. Granted, none of them have dark vision, so they could just be wandering the sewers for
Yeah, that's the
who knows
thing.
how
Yeah, if
long.
they light a torch, they blow up, basically. So, like, okay, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing is tunnels are going to carry sound pretty easy. So if they do that, I guess we'll know if somebody's going somewhere because at least it'll be going to them and not us.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about this other than, all right, you know?
Yeah. Oh, blame Lani in her roles.
Oh,
Yeah. She rolled the Goliaths give up and leave.
wow.
Yep. Alrighty. Well, that's been everybody. You guys got 3 successes and 2 failures. As you guys, after a while, kind of realize that maybe Roux doesn't have an exact idea where these this religion thing is going to lead anyway, so might want to backtrack to where you were.
Now, are these traits, since everybody's gone, do we still gotta not repeat traits?
Yes, you cannot use insight,
Okay, I'm good.
investigation,
I'm ready to go then.
perception, religion, or survival.
All right. Since we're backtracking, I'm assuming we're going back to the kind of the area that that shoot off thing. You know, since I had a good tracking before, I'm wanting to engage my hands and a little extra effort with my sleight of hand, use sensitivity to try to help pinpoint things I couldn't find originally. So I'm getting kind of excited with tracking. So sleight of hand with the nimbleness of my fingers and the quick reflexes of feeling little details and pockets and stuff. I'm engaging that.
Okay, roll it and let's see.
Help me find. Damn it! That was my 12. Damn it!
Yeah. So as you guys follow Dunsen blindly as he engages his you know
Damn it!
feelers, as he feels around the walls and such, and you know heads down a different path than what uh you ended up going down with Roux. Um, kind of seems like roll me a D100.
Oh, I got this. There's no way I can get a 2. Actually, I don't even know what these D100s. What's good and what's bad.
Exactly.
Why is there a fudge dice?
Oh, that's a DM thing.
Okay, I see a fudge, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, that's a DM thing.
That's where if you get hungry, Bubba.
Oh, okay, got it.
Okay, now roll me a D100.
I did.
He did
No,
51.
you rolled.
That's Lani that
Oh,
rolled
he did.
that.
Oh, I did not. Okay, I see. 51. Okay. Yeah, as you're going along and such, feeling around, um, you push a little too hard on a grate, and you hear go, and you're just like, oh shit, and you go with it, tumbling forwards as this grate gives out and is now flipped. Oh, let's see here, not quite 180 degrees, and you go flying through the other side. Uh, roll me a dexterity save.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how this works.
Oh, thank God. Damn it!
15.
Come on.
Is you manage to dodge the worst of it, but you splash into a giant puddle of who knows what.
All right, I can swim.
Yeah, you get a little bit in your mouth, and oh boy, this is
Ew.
tastes
Had
bad.
had to add that, didn't you?
Tastes terrible.
Do I
I
taste iron?
I do have good news, Bubba. Is when you reach us again, I can clean your clothes and make food question mark taste good.
Ugh.
Uh,
You do not
uh,
feel any debris in your mouth. It just feels like gross water.
all right. Do I? Okay. So, do I notice anything about my surroundings outside of that out here now that I've fallen through a dang hole?
No, not that you notice. Just that you got to get back up and crawl back over or push the grate out of the way and crawl back over to get to your friends.
I guess I'm gonna do that.
Okay, as you watch a now completely sopping wet Dunsen.
Just want to let him know as I get up there. I'm
I
gonna be like,
clean off his clothes of prestidigitation.
as I come out, I just let him know it's like, got nothing down there. Just let you know, there's nothing.
These magic fingers have failed me.
Yeah, nothing's down there.
Don't worry, guys. I ruled one out. It wasn't there.
I take out Squeakers out of my pocket and I just ask him, can you clean him off at least first?
Yeah.
Poor
Okay.
mouse.
Squeakers is sputtering up sewer water.
Poor Squeakers.
You kind of just squeeze his belly a little bit and he like projectile vomits sewage.
Oh, poor Squeakers. He doesn't deserve this. All right, well, there went my fail. What do you guys got?
Uh,
All right. Well, I think we're now far enough down in the sewers that the main traffic won't be as bad. So I think I can now use my mason tools to kind of figure out which path is the most used.
Okay. You know what? Before we continue that, a little quick break. I have to use the restroom. So
oh,
go
okay.
ahead, use the restroom, get drinks, all that fun stuff.
Okay, that sounds good. I'm
Go
turning
ahead.
things on. There we go.
Okay, wasn't sure. All right, so we're gonna have Remy try Mason's tools then, huh?
I believe.
All right, roll me Mason's tools using intelligence. 16. As you go around, tapping your chisel and your hammer, the different bricks and stuff like that, you're like, well, let's see here. I think this one's loose, so that might mean new construction this way. As you start making your way down another tunnel, and roll me another D100. 52.
52 is good. I can feel it.
52. You go through, and as you're hitting with the chisel, you hear something that sounds hollow, and you're like, this might be promising, and you chisel away, and eventually, as you do so, you notice that something is probably wrong. But before you can react, all of a sudden, you realize that the uh the brick that you have chiseled has now worked its way loose, flown back, hit you in the face, and you are now completely and totally drenched in sewer water that was on the other side of whatever this brick was holding.
New construction, huh? How'd that work?
Ew.
3.
Prestidigitation.
Hesper, or not Hesper, Aster. You're just our cleaning service.
So I kind of have two different directions that I can take things. And I feel like one of them could potentially step on Raine's toes, so I kind of wanted to leave options open.
Okay.
One is I can use stealth or acrobatics to kind of look at things from a different angle, a different approach, right? Or I can use performance to kind of get myself into the headspace, maybe do some method acting of
Ooh,
one of
that's a
these
good idea.
cultists.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay, so I'll go with that. I will roll performance and do some cultist method acting, Hesper.
All right, roll me a performance check.
I can't believe this.
23.
Yeah, if I were a cultist, which I am now, where would my secret base be? You know?
Oh, jeez.
I love this mini game.
So
This is so great.
as you're sitting there recalling information about Joe Schmo that you ran down in the snow and how he acted and such. How would you act down here in the sewers? Well, thinking about it, yes, you probably would go somewhere where you would be constructing something new down here. Yes, you would want to be somewhere drier and that doesn't smell so bad as sewer. The smell of the sewer to throw off your trackers and such. As you go through and method act this this insanity that somehow actually rule the world that's going to work. You you sneak around all cultistly like through the sewers with your siblings and Snurby following behind you.
You're a
This
slithery
is this is
snake.
like that time that I one shot a game called Long Live the Queen through the power of dance. I beat the whole game in one go just by dancing really well.
Oh, jeez. as you make your way through, you're like, if I was a cultist, I would put a secret lever here as you reach into a pipe
Perfect.
and
Wow.
find the lever as you grab a hold of it and turn. All of a sudden, you hear
And there they are.
as the secret door apparently opens in front of you, as this seems to be new construction
I am
in here.
so fucking powerful.
It's a roll of the dice, and I kind of like the idea of method acting, so I didn't make it as hard as I thought I could have made it.
I'm so pleased.
Dunsen's just off. Completely
As
blown away.
yeah, as you look inside and in this new chamber, um, maybe I'll kind of draw it out so you kind of have an idea because I don't really have an image. So that's not what I wanted. There we go. Okay. So just kind of bear with me here.
Dude, I'm just happy that my stupid idea led to you giving us a picture of something. I'm stoked. This is just like obvious measurable progress we just made off of that.
Okay.
Alright, he's wearing a hat. He's got a
Okay.
goatee
I'm
or a soul patch.
just
Are you beginning to
here.
draw a snowman that's almost going to have his top hat about done?
This area right here that's all squiggled in, this is the actual area that you're looking at. I'm just gonna X out the rest of these. Do not pay attention to that.
Do not concern yourself with the X'd out areas.
Yeah. Yeah. Give me one quick second here.
I'm
Just
okay, yeah.
so you guys kind of have an idea of what's going on here. And just there you go.
I
Something
can't
like
wait
that.
for you to explain this.
Okay, so as you kind of enter this oval shaped room, the furthest wall from you guys is fairly flat. This room is actually somewhat lit with torches, being spaced out every so often on the outside sections of the wall.
Okay, and those are those small circles.
No, the outside sections of the curved wall, not the flat wall.
Okay.
The flat wall in front of you, you notice where the three circles are actually seem to be three stone carvings into the side. Each one seems to be depicting a different um, devil demon like creature. Uh, one is very, the one to the left is very masculine and muscular and such. The one to the right is very feminine looking, and the one in the middle is kind of average. The one in the middle seems to be holding on to holding a mirror of sorts, while the other two, with their hands extended towards the one in the middle, seem to be holding on to chains that end in giant circular metal hoops at the bottom. In the middle appears to be a bunch of rusted and gnarled looking chains with hooks on the end, and a or stone pillared iron basined, maybe wash basin or something. You're not sure. You haven't taken a look at it. Sits in the middle of this room. Um, like I said, the one in the middle seems to be the stone carving seems to be holding something. Like a mirror, like looks like a mirror or something.
And that's the one that you described as average?
Yeah, that's the average
Okay.
one in the middle. The one on the right, like I said, is feminine. The one on the right's like super masculine. They're both holding chains pointing towards that average one. The male holding a chain in the left, the female holding a chain in the right. Yeah, her right, which would be your left.
Okay. Can I see my own reflection in the mirror?
As you walk up, yeah, the mirror is actually pretty well polished, and looking at it, it seems to have carvings in it.
What kind of carvings?
Well,
Can I also take a look at these statues? Can I like step up next to Ryan?
yeah, you can.
Can I
Give
do
me
a
a sec.
religion check on them?
If you want to try a religion check, sure.
Yeah.
Ah,
I have no
Looking,
idea.
yeah, looking at them, thinking of their religion and stuff. Devils. That's about the closest thing that you can come to it.
Devils. Okay.
Devils of some sort. Not sure which ones. Not sure any sort of correlation or connections to any greater devils or anything like that.
Well, it's not demons for sure. It's devils. So that's all I got.
I'm trying to see if I can cipher this really fast. I see a bunch of ones that like 2-letter things that might be like is.
Well, you got to remember too. This might not be a language that follows English.
English. Sure, buddy. I believe you.
Hey, I have the internet at my tools. Fuck you.
Well, if anyone wants to try and decipher it, I can cast guidance on them.
Oh wait, hold on. I can comprehend language.
Yeah, or you could do that, or
All right. Well, I'm gonna cast guidance on Ryan, anyways.
okay.
I hope that's free.
It is.
Okay.
It's a cantrip.
Yeah, okay. It's not like these spell slots like do anything actually useful, so I'll comprehend languages.
Okay, because you sit there and cast comprehend languages on yourself. You look at it as the words seem to shift and such into a readable language for you.
Nice.
It's also readable to Roux, if I remember right.
What?
I have common, abyssal, and infernal.
Yep, it's readable
Oh,
by
so you
Roux.
can just fucking read it. God damn it.
Could I not? Oh my goodness. So dumb. Too dumb.
Oh,
You got me, Hesper.
yeah, I did. You didn't bother to ask if anybody can just read this.
All right. What does this say?
Okay, so reading it, it seems to be a riddle. It essentially reads as, granted, infernal to common, just like with any other languages, there's certain liberties that you have to take basically with it.
Yeah.
But in this essence, it essentially reads to open the way forward, you must appease our master. Give him what he wants. Crimson, uh, crimson that, the crimson that he desires. Uh, Doing so will, giving him the crimson that he desires, fresh from the source, will open the way forward. Um, Appease him not, and you shall not proceed further.
All right, so somebody's gonna bleed.
Kind of reading it to the extent that he's talking about here. If you're thinking about bleeding somebody, the way that it's kind of reading the both of you,
Is it like dead, like kill someone?
it's basically like all of it.
Okay.
It's not like slit your hand and
Yeah.
drop
Yeah.
drop a bloody coin in a box, and it's basically.
All right, who's getting sacrificed?
So
This
hold
is
on.
why
There's
we
like
have
some
to
kind of
be
basin in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a basin and there's all these kind of gnarled hooks and they're all rusted and stuff.
Let's check out the basin in the middle.
Okay. Looking at the basin, it looks pretty gnarly. Kind of rusted.
Okay. Is it
Like it's
filled with
been
anything?
currently no, it does not have anything in it. If it did, it's all dried out.
Okay. Um. All right. Let's check out the hooks and things.
The hooks, or are you talking about the chains that the other two are holding?
Fuck if I know. Okay. Yeah. Sure. The chains that they're holding.
Okay. Well, going over, like I said, you notice that the chains seem to go into the hands, the right hand of the female and the left hand of the male, and they run down and they end in a pretty big hoop. Um, Other than that, you don't really see anything else that you know looks to be.
I'm getting the feeling that these are like pull chains. Like we pull them and something will happen.
Quite possibly.
Do
We
you
want to
want
try?
to pull one?
I would love to pull one.
Do we want to pull them at the same time?
Yes, for sure.
Does anybody want to stop us?
Dunsen's stepping back.
I step forward to get in the way of anything that comes out.
Yeah, maybe like have your weapons at the ready.
I'm already.
Okay.
Okay. Pick one, Lani. Do you want the masculine or the feminine one?
I'll take the masculine one. Let's
I'll
do
take the
opposite.
feminine one.
Oh,
And then we'll
dear.
both pull at the same time, Hesper. What could go wrong?
Okay.
Oh dear.
So
Wait,
count off to each other. 3, 2,
2,
1.
1.
Yeah, pull.
As you both pull the chains, you hear a, and then you hear like whirling and stuff, and all of a sudden you hear as both of those figures start moving towards you, swinging from the inside to the outside of the room. As you do so, getting out of the way, you notice that they both open up, and they both seem to lead back to some hallway of some sort. And at the back of this hallway seems to be another pull chain. Both of them pretty much identical to each other.
Do these look like they open to the same hallway?
Uh, they they continue straight down, like basically. I'll draw again.
I have a
Basically,
question.
imagine like two hallways like that.
Oh, okay. So if I let go of the chain, will the door close again?
You pulled the chain and let go of it, and it's staying open at this point.
Okay.
So do we want to pull the next set of chains?
We're gonna have to split up.
Uh,
Does your bad guy senses tell you anything in your acting?
uh, Hesper, I want to look around the big room we're in.
Okay.
Am I seeing any other figurines, statuettes, any kind of reliefs
Anything?
or murals that kind of remind me of the ones that are on the flat wall?
You just are you going in for a close investigation, or are you just doing like a perception look?
Uh, I'm much better at perceiving than I am at investigating. Someone else can
Okay.
investigate after me.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll just see what I perceive. Wow.
Nothing that stands out to you.
No way.
Anyway. No, they're pretty. The walls look pretty uniform. Um, Outside of this, you don't notice any kind of other murals or anything like that. Chains in the middle look like chains. The basin doesn't look like that there's anything inscribed on it or anything like that. Um, other than it's dark metal is pretty much the same kind of dark metal that frames the mirror.
Okay. Can you describe how these statues like opened up exactly?
Okay, so they shifted forward a little bit, and then they swung open like a door
Okay.
towards the outer part of the rooms. So like
Like towards us
mm,
or away
here,
from us?
I'll draw again.
All right. Well, it's time for me to pass out, guys. So good luck.
Yeah, I'm also getting tired, but I will
They
soldier on.
they
Okay.
swung open like that.
Okay. Um so here's the thing is I'm worried that if we pull the next set of chains, these doors will close on us like some sort of I don't know, Mega Man boss hallway or something. You know?
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah, that's kind of the image that I'm getting. A little like airlock before the robot master.
Mhm.
Uh I don't want to be in that situation, so I want to see if we can maybe put something in the way to keep them propped open so that we're able to leave if I don't know a bunch of chainsaws come after us or something.
Chain falls?
Saws, I don't know.
Oh,
Saw
chainsaws.
blades.
Okay. I heard chain falls. I'm like, what the hell's a chain fall?
I'm sniffly.
That's all right. It's totally up to you guys, whatever you want to do.
Okay, can I go look at the swinging door? I want to look at the hinges. See if there's a way I can maybe disable this hinge so it can't close again.
Oh yeah, with your tools.
Okay.
While he's looking
They
at one, I'll look at the other with my thieves' tools, Hesper.
okay. They look pretty normal. If there's anything much out of the ordinary.
Is there like a bolt that we can like pry out of the hinge?
It is like one really long bolt. Like we're talking like the entire length of that.
Like the whole
Uh,
door.
yeah, it's not like three little ones like a normal
So
door is.
there is not the clearance required to get it out of the door, I'm assuming.
It'd probably be. It had to get put in here somehow, but you're not sure how. Um, it it might be enough clearance, just enough.
Well, I mean, I guess I'll try.
Okay. All right. So the question is how are you going to start? How are you going to get the bolt started?
With my crowbar.
Yeah, crowbar.
Okay.
I apparently have a hammer as well.
Okay.
So,
All right. Go ahead and roll me a strength check then. Um,
can I help in some way?
I'm trying to remember what the crowbar does exactly. Give me a second here.
Oh yeah, there's like crowbar mechanics that we discovered, right?
Yeah, there's a. I forget if it gives you like a plus or something like that. It gives it. He's already going to have advantage on it.
Okay,
Yeah, basically all a crowbar does is give you advantage on a
use
strength or
item or
athletics
whatever.
checks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh, it's not
strength at
athletics.
advantage.
Yeah, it's just a strength check at advantage.
Well, there you go.
23. Okay, yeah. Takes you a while as you kind of get up there, and you kind of have to climb up a little ways to get up there because these are pretty tall. You know, they're not. You know, they're taller than average human height as you climb up, and let's see here. Door frame is generally probably what about 7 feet.
Sure, yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
I'm just guessing. I'm just guessing like a normal door frame
Reasonable.
just to give you reference. These are probably closer to 8. 8 feet tall. So as you climb up, you get to shimmy your way up between the between the wall and this door. You shimmy up and get your crowbar in there, and you hear and it's starting, but boy, is this going to be a long process for you to pull this whole bolt out. Um, you know, Especially considering you're one person and you're trying to pull it out, and who knows how long it's been here.
Hey, I tried to help, but you told me that Gary Gygax said I'm useless.
I did not say that. And Gary Gygax didn't write this crowbar tool thing. You can blame Jeremy Crawford. I think he's the one who does a lot of the mechanic stuff now.
wait, wait. Feugy, I have an idea that doesn't involve us prying out bolts out of hinges,
Oh.
but it involves both of us.
All right, I'm listening.
What is something that we both have? The two of us.
Beards.
The quick step kunai.
Yes. We leave our kunai at this side of the door, then you and I both go and pull the chains at the same time.
I thought about the kunai. I did.
I only just now.
I thought we would have to, quickly throw them. I forgot that you could just leave them someplace.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay.
So Hesper, I think Remy puts the bolt down. I don't want to speak for him, but I assume he just kind of puts it back where it was.
Yep.
And we enact our plan.
Okay. All right. Okay, so I guess you just place it on the floor,
Yeah.
stab it into the floor or something. Okay. All right. Your kunais are now stabbed into the floor.
Okay. We walk forward in our respective hallways.
So who's standing in front of which one?
Uh, I'm at the feminine one.
Okay, and he's at
Because
the
I was already
masculine
there.
one. Okay, I need to check something real quick.
Terrifying.
Give me a second here. Okay, give me a second here. Yeah, sorry, I'm checking something real quick.
Did we just break your puzzle, Hesper?
No, you didn't break my puzzle. I'm just trying to remember numbers that I had planned. By the way, months ago at this point, because I figured you guys
Oh
would have been
yeah, I
here a
know.
long. Yeah, so I'm trying
Well,
to
also
remember.
it took us literally months to go from the planning stage of this heist question mark to actually
Yeah,
the session today.
yeah. Okay, yeah. I think that was. Let's see here, because
Yeah, we probably um still in the planning phase. It because I feel like this is kind of what you're working on, Hesper. Is where we leave the kunai to the chain enough for the kunai to still work? Well, either way, it's like we can just go up to the door if it closes. Never mind, we're good.
yeah, I'm just checking something real quick. Okay, so Ryan. Okay, so you said you were standing in front of the feminine door, Aster, and Feugy was standing in front of the masculine door.
Yep.
Okay, you push forward. You feel something odd, but you continue forward. Remy, on the other hand, you try to push forward, and as you do, you feel resistance, and all of a sudden, you're pushed back.
Oh no! Hey, Roux, I don't think this statue is gay, so you got to do it as the female.
I knew it. I was right. All right, I'll go pull the chain.
Okay, I need to check your stats now. So you're
Oh.
going in there as Roux?
Uh,
Yeah, okay. You're doing. Oh, well, Roux or Raine could go in, I think, on that side.
I'll do it as Roux.
Okay. As you go up to push through, you push through, feel a little bit of resistance, but you get through this barrier. Um, as you guys, both of you, um, at first, Ryan, you hear what sounds to be a feminine voice, and at the very beginning, you don't understand at all what it's telling you.
huh.
Until it goes, I swear, having to speak in the mortal tongue is so annoying. But anyways, I see you've decided to come into my realm of the world, mortal, trying to come here and circumvent our master. I'd like to see you try. I would just love to crumple and destroy your weak and feeble mind.
Yes, step
Meanwhile,
on me.
That's exactly what I was.
meanwhile, Roux on the other side, you hear this is in like the demonic voice, by the way, and you can understand it because you speak, infernal, and you hear, "Ah, yes, puny body, give to me all of your. I will crush your puny body. You will never get through here to see our master." All right,
I'm trying to figure
so
out if you're doing Arnold or if you're doing Cookie Monster.
That was definitely Arnie.
cookies.
Okay,
I
well
don't
I
know.
guess
I
that
was trying
answers
to.
that.
No, I was trying to. Yeah, I was trying to do. You know, a tougher voice or something like that, and I'm like, fuck it, I'll just try to do the Arnold voice. Get to the chopper! Get to the chain! Anyways, all right. So, this is another challenge, and it's just you two. Yeah, I'm sorry, Feugy. If you would have went in the side that Aster would have went in, you would have been able to get in just fine.
I would like to roll to seduce.
Not even a bard.
Not even an option. Okay. All right. So, for each one of you two, I'm done with that. I can close that out. This is probably. I want to say it's probably about a good 20 feet or so back to the other chain.
Okay.
And every time that you guys make 5 feet forward, you need to make a saving throw.
Okay.
Alrighty. So we'll start with Aster first. So you gonna proceed, or are you just gonna try to get out of here?
I proceed. Why not?
Okay. So moving 5 feet forward, I need you to make a. Ooh. Wow. Okay. Roll me. Roll me a D1, or yeah, roll me a D20, Aster. All right, low. You need to roll me an intelligence saving throw because I know that one's your weakest. Or actually, what is your weakest saving throw?
Damn it! Strength or con?
No, it has to be a mental one.
Oh, they're both 3 then.
Oh, well. Then I guess it doesn't matter for you. Just roll whatever one you want to roll then. 5. As you step forward,
Oof,
you
ouch, my
feel,
brain bones.
yeah, you feel an attack on your mind. You are going to take 6 points of psychic damage, and you're only going to make, you're going to stumble back half that distance. So
Okay.
you've only made it in like 2.5 feet out of the 20 feet
Okay.
total.
And she brought me to 69 hit points. Very nice.
Nice.
Lani, it's your turn. Are you going to proceed, or are you going to try to get out?
I'm gonna proceed.
All right, 5 feet forward. That would be dexterity. I need you to roll me a dexterity saving throw. 5. You feel clumsier as you try to walk forward. You're like, "Whoa," and kind of walk backwards a little bit. You need to take 6 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
Okay, so both of you are only. Let me write this down.
Hey,
How far
Hesper,
was it?
Uh huh.
can I just teleport to the switch?
It's not really in shadows for you to use your shadow step thing.
How big of a shadow does there have to be?
A pretty decent sized one, and there's not a big enough one for you to consider being able to teleport to.
How long does a shadow have to be there for me to teleport to it?
What do you mean? How long does the shadow have to be there?
Uh, like, what what is the duration that there must be a shadow on
It's
the
not.
ground or displayed
It's
on
not the.
something?
It's not the length of time the shadow's there. It's how big is the shadow.
I understand, but I'm asking you how much time.
I don't
So,
know
are
that.
you going to like throw something and then teleport into the shadow?
That's what I'm asking, yes.
See, that's the issue. I don't think you have anything big enough to constitute that.
I bet you I do.
Okay, you have to have something. You have to have something that's about as big as you are to throw and make a shadow.
Um, is there a light source in the room?
It's weird in here, honestly, to tell you the truth. It's not really so much. It doesn't. It kind, looking around and such, it doesn't really seem like anything's really giving off shadows, but everything's kind of lit. It's kind of like lit from every angle of this hallway as you
Yeah,
started
man,
going
it's
down it.
lit.
I'm about to be. I mean, what?
So if it's lit from every angle, am I
Not
casting
really.
a shadow?
No, you're not.
Okay then. All right. If I cast darkness, is that a shadow?
I mean, there's only one way to try, and that would be your turn, and you would have to make a saving throw after you do the turn because that'd be technically your action. Because it's kind of your action to fight forward through this for the 5 feet.
Yeah. Um I phew. Darkness would be 2 key points, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. You sit there and you try to make darkness as you, I guess, knowing you and being a ninja and stuff like that, your mudras or whatever, I guess you do, or whatever the
Mhm.
summon forth your darkness, you do that, and you just kind of, and nothing happens.
Okay.
I need you. Oh, right. I forgot. They're all the same. Roll me something. Roll me whatever saving throw you want to roll.
Feeling good.
22. You save that one. But you hear a little mortal. You think I'd be so foolish to let you cast magic in here? What a naughty, naughty mortal.
Yes, I've been a very bad boy. Punish me.
All right, Lani, are you pushing forward or are you going to try something like Aster tried?
How far is it to this thing?
You've only gone 2.5 feet out of 20.
Yeah,
20.
like 18
Okay.
more feet. Right?
Yeah,
Something
I'll
like
Pretty
try
that.
much.
again.
Try again. Okay. Uh, all right. Roll me a D100.
D100.
95. High. Okay. So whatever is the highest between your strength, dexterity, and constitution saving throws.
Strength, dex, and con.
Yep.
Dex again for me.
Okay. Roll me a dex.
Ugh.
12. All right. You make it like again. You're 5 feet forward, kind of clutching backwards. Oh, as you feel your 11 points of necrotic damage, Lani.
Okay.
As you just feel your body just kind of. Yes, mortal, give to me your bodily strength, and then I shall consume your soul.
Okay. Arnold Schwarzenegger is gonna consume my soul.
Pretty much. All right, Aster.
All right. I'm going to be a good little boy and just move the normal 5 feet.
Okay. 2. That would be wisdom. Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Nice.
Yeah.
Look at that.
22. Okay, you push forward the whole 5 feet. And so you are 7.5 feet in.
Mhm.
Lonnie's about 5 feet in. And you hear, quaint little mortal. I know you're getting tired. You just want to lay down and give up. Right, Lonnie?
Can I drink a potion of healing?
That will be your action, and then you'll need to make a saving throw.
Okay, I'm just gonna try and move forward again.
Okay. Roll me a D100 again, Lonnie.
Ooh.
98, high again. Roll me your highest saving throw between Dex, Dex, Strength, or Constitution.
Oh my goodness.
2. You're gonna take 9 points of necrotic damage, Lonnie.
Okay.
Ah, yes, mortal, give to me.
All right, I can't do anymore.
Okay.
Aster?
I assume it's my turn. I'm going to move the 5 feet forward.
Okay. Roll me a D100. Oh wait, yours are all the fucking. Why do I even bother? Roll whatever you want to roll. I don't care.
Well, my intelligence or my mental stats are.
Yeah, your mental saving, which are you're on the mental side.
Oh. Okay.
Lonnie's on the physical side. 15. Okay. You managed to push forward. I believe it's push forward. Let me check. Make sure. Yeah. Yep. You managed to push forward, and you're hard. You're getting sluggish, but don't feel any more brain ouchies as you push forward another 5 feet, putting you at 12.5 feet.
Okay.
Lonnie, still, you've gotten
Sure, I'm gonna
5
try
feet in.
once more. Once more.
One more, okay.
D100.
Rolled a 1, so that means strength. 20. Okay.
Dude, I keep telling you, Rue's a secret barb.
All right, you managed to push forward that 5 feet this time. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna give you an extra. You managed to push forward a little bit further than you thought you were than the 5 feet. I'm gonna give you You're at 12 and a half.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you rolled a nat 20. I'm gonna let that go as you push forward. And you hear, pathetic mortal, just give up and give me your body.
First he wanted your soul, now he wants your bod.
Can you blame him? I mean, look at me.
You're playing my twin, so yeah, I get it.
All right, Aster, what are you doing?
I do the same thing.
Okay.
So I roll this.
Doesn't matter whichever one you want to roll. 17. Okay, you push forward another 5 feet. Probably hearing at this point, probably a little bit more desperation out of her voice and such. And you're like, mortal, you just give up. It's not worth it. Just give in. In the next life, I'll treat you fine. Just give up. You want to be done. Lani?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it again.
Do it again. All right. 3. Constitution.
Oh, okay.
11. Oof. You only go forward. You're at 15 feet.
Okay.
And you are going to take 3 points of necrotic damage. I rolled low.
Thank goodness. I only
As
have
you
15 health
feel
points.
more of your body just giving out, but you keep trying, and you hear, "Yes, mortal, your body and soul shall be mine."
Just get a little greedy.
All right, Aster.
Uh-oh.
10. Well, unfortunately, you do make it to the end, but you take damage.
Ah.
You're going to take 5 points of psychic damage as you sit there, and you're like, "Ugh." You feel
5
it
points, you
attacking your
said?
mind. Yeah, 5 points as you feel it
Okay.
attacking your mind, and you grab a hold of the chain, and you're like, "Ugh," as you pull it down, and you hear, you kind of hear it go. As it seems like the light in the room just kind of like dissipates out, and Remy and Dunsen and Raine in the other room hear a. They hear like one lock seems to unlock.
You're doing it, guys. You're doing it.
All right, Roux.
Yep, I'll do it again. I only have 5 feet left, right?
Yeah, but if you fail, you have another
Okay.
5 feet that you're gonna have to go.
And also, you'll probably die.
It's fine. I'll die for the cause.
Or fall over or whatever, yeah.
Strength. Strength saving throw, Lani. Oh, only you're 17 and a half. Oh, hopefully I roll low on the damage for you, Lani. Hopefully I don't roll like a 12, because that's a possibility. 4.
Nice. Okay.
Take 4 necrotic damage.
So what are you at?
11.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, but if he can roll 12, then
There's a possibility she can't pull the chain on the next one.
Yeah.
Pushing forward. Oh, it's hurting and stuff. And again, seems a little. This time it seems a little desperate and stuff. But at the same time, just give up, mortal. Your body will be mine as well as your soul. You can never reach that chain.
all right. I'm just gonna go for it. I don't care.
Okay. Where'd I put the die? What are you rolling? Constitution.
Hey!
All right. As you push forward, you're like, ah, grab a hold of the chain and pull down on it. The rest of you guys, I guess, as Ryan's kind of walking out, like, oh God, my head. You hear this lock kind of undoes. Meanwhile, Roux, you hear, no, I'll get you, mortal. As the lights go and like kind of dissipate in this room as well.
I will go ahead and prime you for us, Hesper. I would like to call it a night after you tell us what's up next.
All right. Well, I was kind of hoping that you guys would probably want to call it a night here pretty soon because I don't have the fight ready, and
Oh, okay, spoilers.
Yeah. So as you hear that final lock kind of undo, Roux coming out, you watch as the mirror kind of like loosens in the grip and the one in the middle, and kind of like kind of falls on the ground. And you watch as all of a sudden goes, and it splits in different parts in the middle of the body, but as it essentially like 2 doors swinging open into the room, as you notice as this room opens up. As that's happening, the room that you guys just came from, the 2 hallways, just as they kind of just lock into place.
Nice. Did it. I'm only mostly dead.
I'm only mostly dead.
Can we take a short rest here while we wait for the other guys to catch up
Yeah,
to
the
us?
other teams and stuff, yeah.
Uh,
I guess it depends on what we just revealed.
well, so far, at this point, and granted, at the same time, you're not sure how long this will stay open. Oops. That's supposed to be a square, but it's another hallway.
Perfect.
And it leads back, and it looks like there's another branch that kind of goes off like that.
Okay, we should probably step inside and then take a short rest.
Okay.
That's my vote.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. As you guys make your way inside, and sit down and take your short rest. About I want to say about 15 minutes into your short rest, you guys hear as the doors behind you close, leaving you just basically this hallway that you guys are in.
Well,
Worth a shot.
yeah. So the pain point here is our fellow compatriots are going to have to go through this trial.
Well, you're not entirely sure. I mean, there is this little sub hallway there. For anybody who doesn't need to take a break or anything like that.
Yeah. Whoever didn't go through that trial or whatever, can probably check to see if there's like some switch to open that hallway. Maybe.
Yeah, I'll go take a look.
Okay.
Okay. So you kind of follow that hallway around, Remy, and it basically leads around like this. Here, I'll just kind of rebox that around so this looks like a whole entire kerfuffle. There we go. So as you go back around, you notice kind of on the inside, like right around in here, there seems to be another pull chain.
I pull said chain.
Right? You pull it and you watch the wall kind of shift in towards you and go towards like what would be the here, let me just basically it shifts down this way. And you look and you're like, "Oh, hey, I'm back in this room." And somehow the mirror's back in its hands. Yeah, I don't think Lani used any hit die the last time because she didn't take any damage.
Okay.
So she's just like, I gotta recuperate all these hit points I lost.
I'm at 53 out of 54 hit points.
Nice. You did it.
I did it.
Kind of.
All right, so what are you gonna do, Yugi?
Oh, it's staying open, right?
You kind of hang around, and again, it takes about 5 minutes before it goes and shuts again. You guys, by the way, heard this like grinding and like stone twice.
Okay. So I'm able to just say into the stone, like, hey, just let us know in here when you guys enter a room with like a wash basin and 3 statues in it. We have a secret passage we can open for you. We're on the other side.
Okay.
Right? Like
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
All right. Let me roll me a d100.
You little me?
Yeah, since you're the one talking. 78. Okay. Okay. I would say you hear back from the Bang of Claw. They're like, okay, we'll be there as soon as we can. You do not hear back from the dwarves.
Ah,
They probably ditched us.
Well, you do have their magical sending stone,
Oh.
or one of theirs.
Brevelia.
No response.
That's not good. Dun dun dun. I feel like that's a good place to call it, Hesper.
Yep. I guess we'll pick up next week at this point.
I love the knowledge that we literally wasted all of our gold.
I mean, what else?
We did get the sending stones out of it, I guess. And the bees. We wasted the bees.
Yeah, I think one of you guys still have a jar of bees. I forget which one has it.
I have it. Maybe I don't.
Let's see here. I can probably check. It is green. That's Dunsen has a jar of bees.
Yeah, that sounds right.
But yeah, so for next time, I'll have the fight hopefully figured out for what we have. Fortunately, with the rolls and stuff like that, it shouldn't be as bad because I won't have to be worrying about 10 fucking NPCs. Just 5.
You know, somehow it feels like you planned for this to happen, Hesper.
I mean, I had plans if you guys rolled terrible rolls. Yes. Did I purposely, intentionally plan for it to happen? No. I think it was. I forget which one it was. Was it? No, I don't think it was Lani. Forget what. No, maybe it was Lani. I forget which one of you guys rolled for the Goliaths. Just who knowing what, and then that one. That's totally on you, Aster, for the dwarves.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, it was what you guys ended up rolling, and your roll essentially said I need to roll these dice, and whichever group gets which numbers determines if they respond to you or not. So who knows what's going on with the dwarfs?
Okay. Well, that's all for the recording tonight.
Yeah.